for more on this now. Rieta Boysens is with us from the Association for Dietitians in South Africa. Good afternoon to you and welcome. It's really bad in this country, isn't it? And by all accounts, getting worse.
Yes, yes. I think the difficult thing about diabetes is, as they mentioned, it is something that is undiagnosed. And at the time of diagnosis, that it's already at 50% of the beta cells have been damaged. So the problem with that is looking at the burden that we have on the healthcare system. It's also that the people don't get to the clinics at times when they're already actually diagnosable. And then the moment when you see them, it's far, in a difficult situation beyond repair.
Why is there a failure of diagnosis then?
So the failure of diagnosis is basically because in the beginning it is something that you don't realize it as per se. So for instance, looking at the blurry vision, increased thirst, looking at the heat wave that we're experiencing currently, it's something that's easily thinking, okay, it's warm weather, so that's why I'm drinking.
So symptoms that are often masked.
Yes, so something that's not necessarily like symptoms like headaches. It's very broad, any diagnosis. It might be hypertension as well, and because those usually come in combination with each other, it's a difficult thing to just say it's one way or another. So I think that's the main reason why it's undiagnosed, and for the reason that people neglect to go to their checkups, go to their doctors, go to the clinic to get diagnosed.
Who's most at risk?
So most at risk, if you look at the risk factors, that I would say if you have these risk factors, please go for the screenings regularly. So anyone with a family history of diabetes. If you look at the abdominal circumference, that's also the one factor. So looking at BMI, it's something that gives you an indication if you're overweight or obese, but a more clearer indication is where the fat is located. So abdominal fat is something that we are worried about. And then if you exhibit any of those symptoms that we just mentioned, the increased thirst, blurry vision, if you feel that pins and needles in your hands and feet, and also struggle with wound healing, I would say rather be safe than sorry.
What type of urgent intervention would be needed in order to try and bring the figure down? I think there was a statistic that I read out of KwaZulu-Natal late last week about 2,500 amputations, I think, per year. I'm presuming that there would be equally horrendous figures as far as other provinces are concerned.
Yes.
Where's the starting point here?
The starting point, unfortunately, it's something that if you have it, we have to treat the symptoms. But if you're at a space where it's still undiagnosed and where you're at a space where you're still healthy, prevention is much easier than cure.
So prevention is eating right, not drinking too much, watching the sugar, all the things that we know but don't do.
All those type of things, yes. And I think it's just a thing to remind yourself that it's not punishment. So I think there has come this connotation that you exercise because you don't like your body, but you actually should exercise because you do care for your body, you enjoy it, you know that it's good for your heart. So prevention's much better than in the end curing. But if you do have diabetes already, stay within the guidelines that your dietitians and your doctors and your the health personnel that look after you, that walk this road with you, that they give you.
Is the medical profession itself adept enough at spotting, diagnosing and assisting? Are we good in that respect?
On my perspective, and from what I've seen, we are. It's just that the burden of disease, when I used to work in the state, it's a very, if you look at the people that get referred to you, it's usually the people that have blood sugars of 18 to 15, where you want it to be between 6 and 7, and even more horrendous than that. So the thing is, I think we do diagnose correctly, but it's just to get it at a space where everyone gets the healthcare that they do need and do deserve and actually make use of it.
Is it difficult to have your blood sugar checked?
No, it's very, very easy. I myself have a machine, not because I do have diabetes, but that is the easiest check. It's like taking your blood pressure. So blood pressure, you just put the cuff around. For diabetes, you just do a finger prick and the little droplet of blood into your glucometer to test the blood sugar.
And in case our viewers don't know, it doesn't hurt either, does it?
Okay. Everyone will say that, but I'm gonna be the one giving the truth.
The little pink now on the screen.
Yeah.
All right, Beate Boysens, thank you very much indeed. I appreciate
Thank you
your
so
time.
much.